Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Leaves it with the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Trying to get to it.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the...
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Leaves it with the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. down for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. At the 35, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Right back to the well. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He looks that one in nicely, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Takes a hit as he fires. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And it came up good.
I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink.
The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Now adjusting. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
inside the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense showing blitz here. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That makes the score. Clemson, 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Number 14 sets to kick this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good.
Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Touchdown, Rebels! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The play action fake. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Going downfield for the big play. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I can tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play, he drops back, first down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a first down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
They'll throw it on first down. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll throw it on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
To the ground with the back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throws to the wideout. And the dive and the grab along the right sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
And it's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Clemson. And that one will give them the lead.
Number 87.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curved some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO fire complete to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's going to take off. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. It's just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, the play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those.
Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets the gap.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, it's out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
They're working that left side, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, on defense, these linebackers are trained not just to stop the run, but to go out and cover in space and make tackles in the open field. That linebacker shows you all of his skill set there.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. That's a throw and catch you will put on the resume reel. Great footwork along the boundary.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 29, Clemson 28.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Snap it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They want to run this quarterback. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 14 in the end zone.
to see if they can score the deuce. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. On the run, it's Toppin. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tiger. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing, looking to buy time. He'll throw one to his right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Fires downfield. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Turns it on in midfield. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he
fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll take another shot here. It's caught. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Buys a little time. Looking for his man in the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Fires left. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Escapes, and the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll keep it himself. Got room at the 35. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Tackle is made at the 24-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Power football with the run. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
So, guys, everybody thinks the kicker has it so easy. A mountain of pressure here to break the tie. And they take the lead, and now in the waning moments, they're so close to a win. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. With jet sweep pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He's going to pass on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.